Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I have my overview for episode 3 of Agatha All Along, and somehow I've once again got a prediction right. Jesus! So, in this episode, we witness the first trial of the Witch's Road facing Agatha and her coven, but it comes in a bit of a strange form. They find this house from, I'm going to guess, like the 1970s, judging by the way they all dressed when they got into the house. And it started off very simple. They were presented with a bottle of wine and a clock, which we very quickly found out was not a good combination, as soon as they all drank the wine, the clock started with a 30-minute countdown. Because within that 30-minute countdown, they had to save their lives from being poisoned. Yep, the wine was poisoned and they were all dying, except for the teen, because he didn't drink it. So that meant the entire coven, Agatha included, was poisoned, and they had 30 minutes to save their lives, and then they managed to gather a potion together to save it, but not without some dire consequences first. So firstly, all of their faces swelled up from the poison, and then very quickly went back to normal. And one of the witches actually figured out what type of poison it was, and realised why it was a 30-minute timer, as it would take 30 minutes to kill them. And then they start experiencing hallucinations as a result of the poison. Now, Agatha was a bit delayed, because she drank the wine a couple of minutes after everyone else did, so her poisoning effects took a bit longer than everyone else's. Well, it wasn't so much longer, it's just she was out of sync. So eventually they all managed to gather the components together for the cure, and then they had to cure Sharon, aka Mrs. Hart, who appeared in WandaVision. But, as I also predicted, not everyone survived. Yep, I had a feeling this was going to happen, and I think we're going to see one person per episode die, which is quite bad, but I think that's how it's going to go. And I think the only characters that are going to be left alive by the end are obviously Agatha herself and the teen, who I think we are going to learn a bit more about as the show goes on. But there was one very exciting thing that happened in this episode. After 3 years of speculation and rumour, we finally got our first mention of Mephisto. Yeah, you remember that guy, right? The person who we thought was going to be in WandaVision every single week, but never actually came around. Yeah, he's finally been actually mentioned. So, is he on his way? I think there's a very good chance. Do I think the teen has something to do with him? Not impossible. But anyway, that's it for this very quick overview of episode 3 of Agatha All Along. And I'm really enjoying it so far, and I can't wait for the final 5 episodes. So please, like the vid, sub to mine and Roxanne's channels. Her link's down in the description, my button is down there. Please click them. And then the bells to get both sets of our notifications. Comment as well, because why not, and let me know what you thought of this episode of Agatha All Along and what you think's going to happen next week. Or if you want to save that for next Wednesday's predictions video, please feel free to do so. Once you've done that too, please follow me on my social medias. They'll be in the link tree in the description. Below that's going to be Roxanne's website, of course. And lastly, please do share this video with all of your friends so they can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. And I'll see you all tomorrow with this week's F1 News Update. Goodbye!